So hi all. So today we are mainly going to see the ad hoc commands, okay, in Ansible, as well as we are going to see how we can create a playbook in Ansible, and by use of this Ansible playbook, we can do our configuration part. That's what. So how we can do that one? Let's start the session. Okay, guys. So first part is today we are going to see that ad hoc commands. Okay. So before going into that one, guys, so let me show you. We have already created three instances. One is your controller. You guys, if you remember the architecture, right? And second one is your web server that will be going to act as your agent. And third one is your production server. Okay, guys. So again, I'll show you the architecture. Okay. So here you can see that this is our controller. Okay, so your controller IP is nothing but it's this is the private IP. Okay, if you want to see the public IP, then you need to log into AWS console. Okay, so Amazon Web Services. There you will be get your AWS public IP, guys. Okay, so you need to log into AWS console, and there you need to create the instances. So that is up to you what kind of instance you want to create, whether it's a Linux or whether it's a Ubuntu flavor. Any flavor of instance you can create, any flavor of Linux you can create. That's up to you. Okay. So coming back to here, if you go here, running instances will be there. So I have created these three instances. Okay, one is your controller, web server, and one is your production. Okay. So here you can see clearly. If I click on this one, so there will be a public IP, okay, and there will be a private IP. So private IP will be used for the internal purpose, and public if you want to connect it from outside, okay, via putty or something, so then you can use it. So that's what we have done here, right? Okay. So as a second part, what needs to be done here is you need to deploy that SSH key, public key to all these agents. Then only you are going to communicate to this controller, right, guys? I have already shown that in the installation part, right, Manoranjan, right, Pavan?
Yeah.
Fine. So coming back to the next point, okay. So the next point is very much important, okay. So before going to execute the SSH, before going to execute any Ansible ad hoc command, you need to check that SSH is working properly or not. Means if you are doing SSH from this controller to this agent, so it should be log into this web server and should be able to log into this production server from your controller. So let me do SSH and public private IP of this server. Okay, so I'll take it directly from this one. This is your correct. This is your private IP, guys. Okay, so it's telling name service not no, what is that, not known. Okay, the reason is you need to give the username also here. Okay, so just do SSH. Okay, and you need to give EC2 hyphen user at the rate of. Okay, so there is also one mistake. I have not used dot. They are using. Okay, so just try directly. You will be able to. No need to give. I think user also. Yeah. See, permission denied. It's telling. Okay, the reason is you need to give the username. So this message you will be getting actually. Okay, the earlier error was different. It's because of dot issue. Okay, so what we need to do is same thing. So in front just use EC2 hyphen user, okay, at the rate of SSH EC2 user at the rate of 312028. This is your production server, right? It's connected. This one is connected. Okay, fine. Okay, fine, guys. So you can see we were already in that server, correct? We were already in that server. If I do IF, so let me come out of this one first. Now the connection is closed. Okay, I'm clearing everything. Now I'm doing first again, SSH, okay, and then what you need to do, you guys, you need to give the private IP of this server, okay. Just use it like this one. See, you no need to give the username also here, okay. The error that was coming because we were already in that server. If you do ifconfig, okay, config, so you can see the IP of this server, right? What is this IP of this server, guys? Manoranjan Pavan, 178, right?
Yeah.
This is the private IP. Now see, what is the private IP we were, okay, if it is telling 128, right?
Yeah.
I think something wrong. Okay, we have logged into web server. 120 is 128 is the web server, right?
Web server. Yes.
Okay, 128 is your web server. We haven't logged into the production server. Okay, so just go back here. Okay, just come out of this one. Do SSH. Okay, take the private IP of this one. Okay, give here. Okay, now login. Now you can see, guys, right? It's 178 showing, right? This is your production server, right?
Yeah.
Means now your SSH is working absolutely fine. There is no issue with your SSH, guys. Guys, are you getting my point? Understanding my point? Manoranjan Pavan.
Yes.
Okay, guys, as I said, before going to uh, perform any operation to your agent, whether you want to install some services or whether you want to uninstall some services or whether you want to start some services, what you need to do first is you need to configure your inventory, right? So where we are going to configure your inventory in controller, what is the path, guys? If you remember, vim slash etc ansible,
Host.
okay, and
Host.
host. Very good. Go to the bottom, okay, and one more thing, okay. So we have logged in as a normal user. So if you try to edit something also, it won't edit. So just come out of this one, okay, and just do sudo,
Sudo.
okay, then vim slash etc ansible hosts, okay. Go to the end of the line, okay. What you need to do, guys? So you need to create tags, right?
Tag.
How we can create a tag? So I'm going to create a tag for our production
Web
first.
server. Yeah.
So whatever, sorry, so whatever servers comes under production or whatever instances you are or agents you are going to create under instances, under this production tag, okay. So it should not be like one production server, right? It could be multiple production server, right? So those
Yeah.
IP you need to keep under this tag. How it will be, I'll tell you. Okay. So you just mention production, okay, and bottom you just take the private IP of which server, private IP of this server, correct? So and one more thing, guys, very carefully. That day we were getting so many errors. The reason was, okay, the reason was because we are using hyphen instead of dot. Okay, okay. So take from the console only, AWS console. So private IP we need to take it from this production, and I am going to put under here. Okay. So if it's coming in some pink color, it means okay. This is yeah. So it should be correct. If it is not showing in some color, it means some gap or some issue is there. Okay. Now the next tag I am going to create here is your web server, right?
Web server.
Web server. Okay. Enter. So under web server, what is the private IP of your web server, guys? So you need to take it from here. Okay. Just take it from here. Okay. And keep it here. Done. Okay. So, but remember, whatever the names you have used or in the tag, inside your tag,
Mm.
that name only you need to use it. Okay. While installing, uninstalling, restarting any services. Understanding my point, guys? Pawan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
good, good. Fine. So guys, just
Yeah.
quit from here. Okay, clear it everything. Okay, now I'll show you what we can do now. Okay, fine. So ad hoc command means what? Ad hoc commands mean single line command you need to execute. Okay, so Ansible command starts with Ansible only. Okay, so if you want to check these servers are pinging or not, okay, so how we can do Ansible,
Ansible -m
Ansible hyphen m, okay,
ping on.
and then ping, okay, and which server you want to ping, okay. So that's what I am telling. Whatever the tag name you have mentioned, that should be correct. Okay, so I am going to ping the production server, right?
Production
So you can see what response we are getting. So clearly
ping
we
pong.
were getting response ping pong, means we were
Yeah.
sending the request to your production servers and we are getting response, means it's connected properly, correct.
Mhm.
Same thing we can do it with the web server, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So you can see for the same response we are getting. Now if suppose you cannot do this, for if you want to get ping, if those servers are pinging or not, okay, so how you are going to do that one? So so whatever tags you have created under your inventory, okay, so just do all, okay, so it will ping all the instances, okay.
Yeah.
So how it will be? So ping
All.
all, okay. So now you can see you getting both the responses together.
Yeah.
So both the responses are completely success, guys. Any doubt here? Tell me now.
No. Up to this, we I'm okay.
Okay, fine. Now, so now going, as I said, we have created inventory. Okay. Now ad hoc commands mostly going to use the modules. So module I have already explained you guys. What do you mean by modules? So modules are nothing but these are the actions which we are going to use in Ansible command. What all these actions? Your services, your copy, your paste, whatever it's related to your file system. So there are some 432 modules are there. If you want to cross verify, you can check out in okay. So you can go ahead and you can Google it. So you'll get more. Okay, guys. So I was saying, guys, correct. So the thing is, so modules are nothing but these are your actions, right? So
Mm.
actions means what? That could be your 432 actions are there. So you can Google it. You can check out in Ansible website also. Okay. So few
Mm.
of actions I'm going to tell here. Okay. And you those modules and what rest you need to do it. You need to dig out from your end, and you need to, because see, commands are same only. There is no difference. Okay. So you need to practice from your end. Fine. So coming back here quickly. So first thing is what I'm going to do here is I am going to install something. Okay. So I am going to install Git. So I am going to suppose if somebody has given you a request, so you have to install Git in your production server, or you have to install Git in your web server as well. Okay, understanding my
Mm.
point, Manoranjan, Pavan?
Yes.
Or you have to install Jenkins. Okay, you have to install Docker also. So how you can do it from your controller? Okay, that's what I'm telling. It is take care of your deployment part also. Okay, so for that what we need to do here is, so Ansible, okay, hyphen m is nothing but your module. So what module I'm going to use here is yum module. Okay, so yum you guys know, if you in Linux, in Red Hat or AMI flavors, you can use yum. Okay, so yum is your module here, and hyphen a is your attribute. Okay, double quotes, under double quotes, name, and name what you need to give is which service you want to install in your production server. So I want to install Git. Okay, next thing, state. Okay, state means very clear whether you want to install or uninstall. So I want to install, so it will be present. Okay, come back from this double quotes. Okay, where you want to install. Listen my words very carefully. Where you want to install. I want to install in production server. As of now, there is only one IP because we were showing we cannot mention some. So you can create some 5-10 instances and you can do it. You can install in a single shot. Okay. Hyphen hyphen. Okay. Become means hyphen become means is nothing. It's telling very clearly I am installing this as a root. Okay, I am giving it as a
Okay.
privilege to root. As a root user, I am installing this because you
Okay.
need to understand. As a normal user, you cannot, right? As a normal user, you cannot, right? That's what
Hmm.
Linux, right?
Yeah.
So in Ansible, you need to mention hyphen hyphen become. So this is why we are mentioning become. So this is your production server, guys. Okay, this is
Hmm.
your web server. Let me show you very clearly how to check the Git version, guys. Tell me
Git hyphen hyphen version.
exactly. It is showing anything? No.
No.
Check here. Git. It is showing anything?
No.
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 Fine. Enter. Okay. So your Git is installed now. Okay.
Hmm.
Where? To your production server.
Production.
Production.
How we can check?
Again.
It is showing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Means it is installed. Right? I have not done anything right. Normal, I have executed a ad hoc command. Correct, guys?
Yeah.
Understanding my point? If I have to install in
Yeah.
your web
Yeah.
server, what we need to do, Manoranjan, here?
Tomcat.
No, why
Only
Tomcat?
change the name.
Yes, instead
Okay.
of
Okay. Okay.
production, we need to mention.
Web server. So
Web.
one more thing,
Website.
Abhishek.
Yeah, 1 second.
Suppose.
Just let me execute this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
execute again. So you are getting the version. Now, yeah, Manoranjan, you can ask.
No, I got that point. Actually, what I'm asking,
Mhm.
suppose in production there are 9 servers are there,
Okay.
9 IPs.
Mhm.
So in the controller we have mentioned that 9 IPs, and it will be go to the 9 IPs, right?
Exactly. That is absolutely correct what you are telling.
Okay, then I got that point.
Okay. So guys, like this we can install. If you can tell me any other services. Okay. So I am going to show you one more service here. So you know VSFTPD, right? VSFTPD is for FTP, right?
Yeah,
Correct. VSFTPD.
correct.
I'll show you one proper demo for this one. How it's working. Okay. So
And one more thing, so here whatever the basic there are, as you told, there are 432 modules are there. Maybe may not be used, but which are frequently used. Can you tell us?
those are like this only, mostly present, install. We need to do installation, uninstallation,
Yeah,
restart the servicing. These are the like frequently used services. Okay,
yeah, that I'm
like
asking. Yeah.
yeah, that's what means mostly copy and these things. I'll show you. That's what few examples I'm showing, so it will be very clear for you guys.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now the second scenario, I'm going to, as of now, we just install a Git, right? So as a
yeah,
second, this is your first scenario. Okay. So in first scenario, in ad hoc command, I'll mention it like, okay, so it will be better, good for you. Okay. Scenario one is your Git
installation. Yeah,
installation from controller. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. And your second scenario, these are, we can't say scenario, but for you guys better understanding, I'm making it as a scenario. VSFTPD, this is nothing but this is FTP service, and VSFTPD is the daemon for your FTP service, right guys?
yeah.
Correct, Pavan, you know, right? Manoranjan, you?
No.
Okay, so you need to learn Linux. Okay guys, fine. VSFTPD
Yeah,
is the daemon for FTP. FTP is a file transfer protocol where we need to where we are uploading your files and from where we can download your files. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, fine. So what I'm
Yeah.
going to do here is now see carefully here. Okay, so what I have done is, okay, I have already opened the ports. Okay, ports of what? Of your production server. Okay, so if I take the public IP of a production server, okay, colon, just take the public IP, go to your browser, just do FTP colon slash slash, just give this one. Okay, so are you able to get anything, guys? No, right?
No.
Not getting anything because we haven't installed anything till now. So the next step is what you need to do is take the same command, okay, and instead of git what we need to do is vsftpd. Okay, this is the package name and this is the daemon responsible for your FTP service. Okay, so we are going to install, where we are going to install? Into your production server, correct?
Anyone is okay. Yeah.
Okay, anyone is okay, you can take any server. Okay, just enter it. Done. We have installed.
Yeah.
How we can check, okay, it's working or not? How we can check it's working or not? Okay, just go here. Just nothing is coming as of now, right?
Yeah.
Correct, guys?
Correct.
So because you have not started the service, you have just installed the vsftpd service. It's not like git. Even git also we have installed, we have not initialized the git. If I go here, okay, if I go here, if I have to initialize, then I need to initialize to use that service, right? So how we can restart that one, how we can start that service, that is also one thing you need to understand. So as a next module I am going to tell you, this is to yum is to install that, right? The next module is your
Mm.
service. Okay, service is your module, everything will be same. Your service is vsftpd, your state is instead of present. Okay, if you want to install, then the state will be present. If you want to uninstall, the state will be absent. Now next thing what you need to do, you guys, here you need to mention restarted. Understanding my point? You need to restart, right, that service, correct? If you don't restart, if you go here, just do service vs ftpd, it's asking me systemctl. Okay, that is fine, no issues. Okay, just go here and restart. So the module is your service. The name of that service is vsftpd, everything is same. Instead of state, because we are restarting that service, so it should be restarted and it is production. Just enter. Now your service is restarted. Are you able to understand my point? Now you need to ask me, Abhishek, it should work, right? It's working, right? Now pub. For vsftpd, the default directory is var pub, var ftp pub. If you go here also, okay, we have installed it, ftp here, right? So locally, if you want to check ftp local host, ftp also, then we need to install. Okay, so to run ftp locally, you need to install ftp also. Ftp is itself is a package. Okay, so again, so this is all about globally. So if you want to check online, okay, you can check it, it is installed. And if you want to if you want to check it locally, then for what you need to do here is you need to install ftp package. Okay, just instead of this, just use ftp. Okay, state equal to present, and it will be your production server, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, we are able to connect, right? Okay,
Yes.
see, I'm able to connect. FTP, I'm connected, right? If I do
Mm.
pwd, which directory I am able to? cd pub. By default directory will be your pub. Now you can upload anything. If I upload from the CLI, it's going to reflect here. You can also download it anywhere in the world. That's what the concept of this FTP, right, guys? To upload or to download something. So that's what it is related to your Linux. So you should know basics Linux and all. So Ansible is nothing. These things are hosted on your Linux platform only. Okay. So coming back to the point, if you go to inside to pub, nothing will be there, right?
Mhm.
Have you ever tried to download CentOS? Pavan, Manranjan,
No.
download it. What is that? That is a FTP. If you want to upload something, if you want to download some file or a file or anything, okay, you can upload it to this pub directly. Okay. So there is an entire topic I have mentioned in Udemy. If you want to download, sorry, if you want to learn Linux, you can go in Udemy and you can enroll my course there. Okay, that entire course will be there. By this time, some discounts are going on. So the course name is Learn Corporate Linux. If you go here,
Okay.
Manranjan, if you want to learn, so I have explained FTP in detail there. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll show you because this is very important. So this is why I'm showing. My name will reflect there, Abhishek Roshan. Okay. Learn Corporate Linux in Udemy. If you search, you'll get it. Okay. It's not connecting now. So you can check that one. Okay. Coming back to the point here.
Yeah.
Fine. So you can exit from here or you can just say bye. So you'll come out of this FTP. Okay. So I want
Mhm.
to, so default directory of your FTP. Okay. So the default directory of your FTP, what happened here?
Restart.
Not restarted because of okay, guys. Okay, so if you go here,
Mm.
so the default directory for your FTP is where
Pub.
FTP pub. Okay, if you know this one. So if you put any file here, it will reflect where it will come here, right? Correct. So I
Yes.
don't want to copy it. I don't want to log into the server. Pavan, Pavan, you are there.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what I want to convey here is I don't want to do it and log into the server because I don't know how many. See, so same file I have to copy it to the more than 100 servers. How can I do it from your controller? Correct. This is why I
Mm.
have
Yes.
installed. This is why I have installed Ansible, right? What is the point? Just not for installing something, right? Ansible can do anything, maximum thing. Okay,
Yeah.
to scale up or scale down your server. Okay. So just come here, okay, and here, okay, guys. So I am going to copy one file, okay. So I am going to create one file under cd temp, okay. What is that file name? Is index.html, okay. That's it. Vim, okay. Enter. It won't save. Correct, guys?
Yeah.
Sudo you need to put